Imagine sailing into the unknown with no GPS or maps. That's exactly what Captain James Cook did in the 1700s. He mapped the Pacific Ocean, changing history forever. But his final voyage ended in tragedy on a Hawaiian beach. Captain Cook's first Pacific voyage in 1768 was like being the first person to explore a new planet. Think about using Google Maps to find a new restaurant. You type in the address and follow the blue line. Now imagine having no map at all. You just sail into the ocean hoping to find land. That's what Cook did when he left England on the ship Endeavour. Cook's secret mission was to find Terra Australis. This was a mythical southern continent that scientists thought must exist. They believed it would balance out all the land in the north. Cook sailed south from Tahiti in search of this mysterious land. Instead of finding Terra Australis, Cook found something else. In October 1769, he spotted New Zealand. No European had ever seen it before. Cook spent 6 months mapping New Zealand's coastline. He sailed around both islands and made detailed charts. Then Cook made an even bigger discovery. In April 1770, he reached the east coast of Australia. He landed at Botany Bay near what is now Sydney. Cook claimed the entire east coast for Britain. He called it New South Wales. The voyage wasn't easy. Cook's crew faced storms, disease, and dangerous reefs. The Endeavour nearly sank when it hit the Great Barrier Reef. The crew had to throw cannons overboard to lighten the ship. They spent 7 weeks repairing the damage on the beach. Cook brought scientists with him on this voyage. They collected thousands of new plants and animals. They met Aboriginal people and Maori people for the first time. These encounters changed both cultures forever. Cook's detailed maps were incredibly accurate. Ships used them for the next 200 years. His voyage opened up the Pacific to European exploration and settlement. But here's something to think about. How do you think the native people felt when strangers suddenly appeared on their shores? Cook's second voyage was like trying to solve the world's biggest geography puzzle. Imagine your teacher tells you there's a hidden room in your school. You spend months looking behind every door and in every corner. That's what Cook did, searching for Terra Australis from 1772 to 1775. This time, Cook commanded 2 ships, Resolution and Adventure. He sailed further south than anyone had gone before. Cook crossed the Antarctic Circle 3 times. He was the first person ever to do this. Cook faced deadly icebergs and freezing temperatures. The ships got separated in thick fog. Cook's crew suffered from cold and sickness. Some men got frostbite from the extreme cold. The ship's ropes froze solid in the Antarctic winter. During this voyage, Cook visited many Pacific islands. He stopped at Easter Island and saw the famous stone statues. He explored Tonga, Fiji, and the New Hebrides. Cook also returned to New Zealand and made better maps. Cook proved that Terra Australis didn't exist, at least not the way people imagined it. There was no warm, populated southern continent. Instead, Cook found Antarctica covered in ice. This discovery changed how people understood the world. The voyage lasted 3 years and covered 70,000 miles. Cook sailed further than any explorer before him. He became the first person to sail completely around the world from west to east. Cook's crew included artists who drew pictures of new places. They recorded the plants, animals, and people they met. These drawings became the first images Europeans saw of the Pacific. Cook also solved a major problem on this voyage. He prevented scurvy by feeding his crew fresh vegetables. Scurvy had killed thousands of sailors before. Cook's methods saved many lives on future voyages. Cook returned to England as a hero. The Royal Navy promoted him to captain. The Royal Society gave him its highest honor. Can you imagine spending 3 years at sea without seeing your family? Cook's third voyage was like searching for a secret shortcut that might not exist. Think about trying to find a faster way to school. You explore every street and alley in your neighborhood. You ask everyone for directions. That's what Cook did, looking for the Northwest Passage from 1776 to 1780. The Northwest Passage was a mythical sea route. People believed it connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It would run through the Arctic above North America. Finding it would make trade with Asia much easier. Cook sailed with two ships again, Resolution and Discovery. First, he stopped at his old discoveries in the Pacific. He visited Tonga, Tahiti, and New Zealand. Cook was like a celebrity there. The islanders remembered him from before. Then Cook made his most famous discovery. In January 1778, he found the Hawaiian Islands. He called them the Sandwich Islands after his sponsor. Cook was the first European to see Hawaii. The Hawaiians had never seen white people before. Cook treated the Hawaiians well at first. He traded with them and studied their culture. The Hawaiians thought Cook might be their god Lono. They welcomed him with ceremonies and gifts. After leaving Hawaii, Cook sailed north to Alaska. He mapped the coast from Oregon to the Arctic. Cook sailed through the Bering Strait between Alaska and Russia. He tried to find the Northwest Passage from the Pacific side, but ice blocked Cook's path. The Arctic Ocean was frozen solid. Cook couldn't sail any further north. He realized the Northwest Passage didn't exist, at least not the way people imagined it. Cook decided to return to Hawaii for the winter. He needed to repair his ships and rest his crew. The masts on Resolution were damaged and needed fixing. This decision would prove deadly. The Hawaiians' attitude had changed while Cook was away. They were tired of feeding and hosting his large crew. What would you do if uninvited guests kept returning to your home? Cook's death in Hawaii was like a friendship that went wrong. Imagine lending your favorite toy to someone. At first, you're happy to share, but then they keep asking for more toys. Soon, you feel like they're taking advantage. That's what happened between Cook and the Hawaiians. When Cook returned to Hawaii in February 1779, things were different. The Hawaiians were running out of food. Cook's crews were large and needed lots of supplies. The islanders felt overwhelmed by these demands. Tension grew quickly. Cook's men and the Hawaiians started fighting over small things. Someone stole a boat from Cook's ship. Cook decided to take action. Cook's plan was simple but dangerous. He would kidnap the Hawaiian chief. Then he would trade the chief for his stolen boat. Cook had done this successfully on other islands before. On February 14, 1779, Cook went ashore with some Marines. He planned to take Chief Kalaniʻu as a hostage. Cook thought this would be quick and easy. But the chief's wife started crying. She begged her husband not to go with Cook. The Hawaiian people became angry and protective. They surrounded Cook and his men on the beach. Someone threw a stone at Cook. The situation spiraled out of control. Cook fired his gun to scare the crowd. But this made the Hawaiians even angrier. The Hawaiians attacked with clubs and spears. Cook tried to reach his boats, but he was too far from the water. The Hawaiians overwhelmed Cook and his Marines. Cook fell face first into shallow water. The Hawaiians held him down until he drowned. Several Marines also died in the fight. Cook was 50 years old. Cook's crew was devastated. They had lost their famous captain. The remaining crew sailed back to England with the sad news. Cook's death shocked the world. The great explorer had died on a beach far from home. How do you think history would be different if Cook had survived? Captain Cook changed our understanding of the Pacific Ocean forever. His 3 voyages mapped new lands and proved old myths wrong. Cook discovered New Zealand, Australia, and Hawaii for Europeans. He sailed further than any explorer before him. But his final voyage ended tragically in Hawaii. Cook's legacy lives on in the detailed maps and scientific discoveries he made during his Pacific adventures. What do you think about Captain Cook's adventures? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing history stories.